Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you guys can see from the title of this video, I'm going to be going over my recent rhinoplasty procedure as well as my breast augmentation. Now today I'm a few days past my 6 weeks post-op, so I am very far from being fully healed. So in today's video, I want to educate you guys as much as possible, and a little disclaimer before I get started. Everyone's experience is different. Everyone handles recovery different. Everyone goes in and has different goals for themselves, so please don't base my experience off of what you guys are gonna have, but I hope that I can, share some tools and some things that I've learned and help educate you guys as much as possible. I'm gonna have little different sections in the description below. First, I'm gonna go over how I found out that I was a good candidate for plastic surgery. I'm gonna talk about researching and finding my doctor, which is probably one of the most important steps in the entire plastic surgery process to me. I'm gonna talk about prices, what you guys are gonna need to bring to pre-op, and how you guys are gonna prep for your surgery. I'm gonna talk about my surgery experience as well as post-op and recovery, and just what to expect. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and let's just go ahead and get into it. So finding out that you're a good candidate for plastic surgery is a very important step in this process. Just go to your provider, ask all those questions, make sure that you don't have any health conditions that are going to restrict you from performing well under anesthesia. I went to my doctor, I asked all of those questions. I've had previous surgeries before. As you guys can tell, I've had my tonsils taken out, I've had wisdom teeth removal, so I typically perform pretty well, and I don't have anything that kind of would restrict me from getting plastic surgery. So please make sure that you guys are going to your doctors and asking all those questions and being completely honest about everything so that they can evaluate you correctly. Okay, this is the most important step in my opinion for when you're researching and finding your doctor. It's very important that you guys make sure that your doctor is legitimate. And by that I mean make sure that they're board certified on a plastic surgery institute board. Just make sure that they're legitimate, they follow good safety practices, their anesthesiologists are good to go. It's very important that you make sure that your doctor has good experience and they're legitimate. So that's the first step. The second step is finding where you want to get your surgery done. So I'm gonna be honest and let you guys know my doctor's information. So I went to Dr. Altman out of Plastic Surgery Institute of Miami, and I'm actually not from Miami or Florida, so I was definitely an out-of-town patient. But for me, it was really important that I found someone who gave the right profiles, and I really loved how all his girls were coming out and looking. And when you're looking through that process, just make sure you look at those before and afters, because a lot of the time the results that they give other people could be similar to what you could expect for yourself. So I made sure to look around. I probably was researching for a few years, and I found another doctor that I really liked, and he was out in California, but he was actually out of my price range. His prices were like $14,000 for a rhinoplasty and then $12,000 for a breast augmentation. And I'm not going to question plastic surgeons on their prices, because their prices are there for a reason, for their skill, for their certifications, whatever it may be. But my doctor, for me, was very affordable, and his team was amazing. I mean, they've taken so much good care of me, and I live out of state. Anytime I need to call them, talk to the medical assistants, they've always been on top of it. So if it weren't for Dr. Allman, I don't think I would have had such a good experience. And I think when you're researching, this is the most important step. Make sure that you are absolutely in love with your doctor, and those are the results that you're gonna want, and that their practice is very safe. I just want to say, don't compromise anything for a lower price. If you guys see a doctor that's not verified through anything, but they do breast augmentations for under $3,000, please be careful. I just want you guys to make sure that you're researching and you know exactly what you're getting into, because at the end of the day, you're trusting this doctor with how your results are going to come out, and that is the most important part. So there are a couple things that you need to take into account if you guys are going to go out of town and you guys are looking at your budget and prices. You're going to have to think about housing, how you guys are going to get transportation. You definitely need to travel with a buddy if you're going out of town, or if you're even staying at home, have someone take care of you for the few first days post-op, but that all goes into it. So I want to talk to you guys now about prices. Everything is different completely, just depending on you, what kind of results you want, what kind of work that you want done. Everything just factors in and is completely different. So my price may be different than your price, but I can kind of give you guys over here pretty much the proposal for my surgery. Now, originally I was gonna go with the Sientras or the gummy bear implants, but after talking to my doctor about what kind of results that I wanted more of a natural profile, not too much volume on the top and like a rounder shape. So we ended up going with the memory gel. I believe it's memory gel. So I went with silicone implants. I am 22 years old. Keep in mind, ladies, if you want to get a breast augmentation and you're under 22, you're gonna have to get saline implants. That's just how it works in the United States. So I went with the silicone implants, and so far, since they're starting their little drop and fluff phase, which I will talk about in a little bit, things are going really good, and I'm actually seeing the results that I'm in love with already. So getting back to the price, after everything was said and done, for my breast augmentation, it was $3,500, and for my rhinoplasty, it was $6,000 US. So factoring in that, factoring in the Airbnbs and the Ubers, I was probably sitting at about $11,000. And I'm not sure how other institutes, you know, help you with like payment options, but I had a $1,000 deposit, and then I paid the rest 2 weeks prior to going into my surgery. So if you guys are planning on getting plastic surgery, just know that you've got to save your money. Also, the reason that you guys get plastic surgery should never be for someone else. It should always be for you. And if you just want it because you want it, then that is a good enough reason, but it should always be for you. And for me, I was just unhappy with the way that my nose profile was looking. I lacked a lot of definition. It was actually very, very crooked before, and I had like a drooping, I'm not good with medical terms, drooping septum. So my nose I've just always had insecurities about, and I just wanted to change it. Was it something that I needed? Probably not, but cosmetically and aesthetically, it was something that I wanted. And then for my boobs, I just wanted bigger boobs. So we are gonna get into that a little bit later. Okay, so now we are gonna talk about what you need to bring pre-op and how you need to prep a few weeks prior to your surgery. So every surgeon's gonna have a different list of things to give you and how to get ready, but for me, it was no drinking any alcohol, no smoking any tobacco products 2 weeks prior to my surgery. And some things that you're definitely gonna need to bring, and something that you are gonna live by in that first week post-op, is ice packs. Bring as many ice packs as you can. Get the gel ones that kind of, you know, form around different so that you can, you know, use them to cup or place or put wherever you want. I got a lot of my things off of Amazon. I got one of those gel packs that goes around the eyes. Kind of looks like something that you would like sleep with. And I use that, you know, even on my breasts, as well as, you know, for my nose whenever things were getting really swollen. So ice packs, you'll definitely need to bring ice packs. Another thing that you'll need to bring is a thermometer, just to make sure that you're checking your temperature. If you feel like you're getting a fever, you know, those are things that you need to contact your doctor about immediately post-operative care, just to make sure that there's no infections and that everything's healing right. So make sure that you guys have a thermometer on hand that works well. The next thing, very important, but comfortable clothing. Like what I've got on right now is just a regular jumpsuit that zips up in the front. Definitely recommend bringing anything that you can that's just nice and comfortable that you can slip into really fast. It's gonna be helpful, like sweatpants, not even leggings, because you guys don't understand how much like pressure that you use with your chest muscles when you're trying to put your clothes on. So just make sure that everything's like loose fitting. Another thing that you're gonna need to have is comfort food. If you guys are getting a rhinoplasty, the first day of surgery, like first day post-op and then the next few, you wanna eat something that's nice and soft, that you don't have to open your mouth real wide for. Sometimes yawning can be uncomfortable. Sneezing, you just wanna avoid completely, but you know, don't grab like those big Impossible Burgers from Burger King or something, because it's just opening way too wide for you and you want to keep everything nice and calm. So bring some nice soft comfort food for the first couple days, and then whatever other snacks that you love to eat. And lastly, it is very important that you guys bring a buddy. So since I was flying out of town, I had one of my friends fly across the country to come take care of me, and it really helped me out the first couple of days. I mean, they would help me turn on the shower, they would help me cook breakfast, set the bed. I mean, those are things that you're gonna have a hard time with, because, you know, if you get a breast augmentation, the first couple days, lifting your arms above your head can be really uncomfortable. And it's not even a painful thing, it's just a pressure thing. I don't think I had anything that was painful post-op, so it's just pressure on your chest. And, you know, to make sure that you guys are getting good results, don't strain yourself. So bring a friend. And lastly, this is important for if you're getting a rhinoplasty, breast aug, whatever it may be, but as many pillows as you guys can have, because you are going to be sleeping for the first 7 days at an incline, just so, you know, swelling can go down and, you know, you're not putting too much pressure by like shifting, you know, your weight all the way back. So as many pillows as you can, definitely prop them up, at least probably 3 behind your back and then 1 or 2 behind your head, because that is how you're going to be sleeping for the first 7 days. Alright, now I'm going to be talking to you guys about the day before surgery and then going into surgery. So me and my doctor went over pretty much all the results that I wanted, pretty much what I expected out of the surgery. He gave me all the medications that I would need, and me and my buddy went over things so that we made sure that we knew when to administer like my medications and keep up with everything, just to make sure we were both on the same page in case, you know, post-op you can be a little bit loopy from anesthesia. So we talked about that. We talked about how the surgery is going to work. We made sure that we were on the same page about what we were getting, and then that was it. We had our plan set. I felt really confident about everything, and then the next morning at 06:30 I went in, and since we're in COVID times, they did take another COVID test. I did have to get one less than a week before I flew out there, but they took one of those tests for like antibodies where they prick your thumb, made sure that nothing came back positive. They also took a pregnancy test since I am a female, and everything came back good. Then you get to talk to your anesthesiologist, make sure that you guys are on the same page, and then you walk back to the surgery room. I got to lay down on the table, and they put your legs like in these like massage things to keep your circulation going. So they also make you wear these little socks that are super comfortable, and I guess they're just like circulation socks, because you want to make sure that you're avoiding any chance of getting blood clots afterwards. And even once you're done with the surgery, you want to get up every few hours and move around at least a little bit, just to keep everything, you know, going good, all your blood moving where it needs to. So I laid down, they went ahead and put the IV in, and, you know, we were just talking and I just slipped out. I do pretty well under anesthesia, but this time my surgery was 3.5 hours long, because rhinoplasties take a lot of time. It's very meticulous, you know, you got to be extremely careful. So I went with the open surgery. So they went ahead and did a little cut right here, and yes, they have to peel your face back. I watched the videos. I'm not going to include them because I don't feel like we need them in here. But if you guys check out Dr. Altman's page, which is also going to be in the description below, you can see that, you know, he's not afraid to show how he does his surgeries, which is good. I mean, I think it's important, and it's kind of weird to see yourself on that table for sure. But anyways, I was under for 3.5 hours, and when I came to, I felt kind of lightheaded and nauseous. So they went ahead and gave me more fluids throughout my IV. I got to stay there for an hour, make sure that I was feeling better. I had a little snack. I'm not even sure what it was because I was like, you know, trying to get all the anesthesia out of my body. They make sure that you can get up, walk around, go use the restroom before leaving. And then after that, I got to sit in the wheelchair, waited for my friend to come with the Uber, and they wheeled me out. And I went home. And once I was home, we took our medications. I thought that I was gonna be able to take a nap, but it wasn't that I was uncomfortable, but there was pressure on my chest, and I just ended up staying up. The same day, you know, first day post-op, first day of surgery, you know, we were eating soft foods and just kind of taking it easy. Every few hours, my friend would help me stand up, and then we would go on walks. The walks probably didn't last longer than me walking around the block for the first couple of days, but it was really good. It's very important that you have someone there who supports you and really watches over you and makes sure that, you know, you're keeping up with everything. So now I'm going to be inserting some videos over the first couple of days up to like the first week post-op, and I'm going to be watching them too. So on the first day, they have like these little gauze under your breasts, and you're going to have that big cast over your nose, as well as kind of a drip pad to catch any blood that comes out of your nose. I was kind of like pressing around on my chest, feeling for, you know, I guess like my implants. It felt super weird because my chest muscles were so contracted that it was pretty much squeezing my implant all the way up. And that's something that whenever you drop and fluff, your body will kind of regulate and relax and then let that implant fall into your pocket. So after a week, it's good to, you know, do the massages that your doctor instructs you to do, and, you know, you can start making sure your chest is relaxing a little bit. But yeah, I was just kind of showing like my swelling around my body, and that was that for that day. I also had packing up my nose, and, you know, 24 hours after surgery, you're gonna go back in and they're gonna remove the packing, which, you know, if you guys have ever, I don't even know what it kind of like relates to, but it's pretty nasty. I mean, that thing's like definitely tickling your brain, and they pull it out. So, okay, let's check out the second day. I still have my drip pad on that my friend would replace because you do have some blood that comes out the first couple of days. Don't be too concerned. You know, I was probably off Percocet, so I was kind of high, just running around, grabbing everything. I was showing you guys my side profiles. My tip of my nose was super swollen on the second day, but I never experienced, you know, too much swelling under my eyes. I know a lot of people get bruises under their eyes and things like that and swelling on their forehead, but I never experienced that, and I'm not sure why. I think it's probably just because we're all different, and, you know, maybe because I had the 2 surgeries done at one time that my body was trying to, you know, go to different areas to, you know, fix everything. I'm not sure. So on the third day, still very, very swollen. Sorry for my puffy nipples, but everything's poking out at this point. There's like no way that you can avoid that. Let's see. Oh, my stomach. Look at that, y'all. Like, I don't have any type of curves. Like, everything around my tummy was super, super swollen. I'm gonna go ahead and take off my top because 1, it's hot in here, and 2, I kind of want to show you guys just how low everything's sitting. I did go ahead and put on my compression bra that I got from the doctor, and this bra works really, really well for me. I usually keep it on at most times unless I'm washing it. Then I put on another bra that I got from Target. I just got another one that zips in the front and, you know, works for my size. I do want to mention that I was a 32A. I barely even filled up my 32A cup, and now I'm sitting at a 32C, so my bust is a 32, and then my breast is a 35, and then you subtract it, so every inch is a cup size, so I'm sitting at a 32C right now. Let's go ahead and do this. And I had a mole removed, don't be judging me. Okay, so right now this is the view. This is the side view. This is the super side view. Y'all get what I'm saying? So my implants have definitely relaxed and kind of, you know, dropped a little bit more, which is really nice. I feel comfortable, you know, even if I take off my bra to go use the shower and do my massages every day, I feel very good. One thing too for massaging that you guys should definitely pick up is the skin therapy oil from Palmer's. This is really good if you guys get stretch marks or anything, and it just smells good and feels good whenever you're doing massages. Okay, so on the next day, wow, just looking at how long my nostrils were compared to now is pretty, okay, this is not a flattering angle. My nose is kind of looking big, y'all. Pretty incredible, the difference. I know that my tip's gonna continue to drop. I can't necessarily feel it too much right now, but my tip's gonna drop, my nostrils are gonna go back. If you guys get rhinoplasties, it's kind of hard to smile the first month and a half or so. I've noticed that my smile's a little bit different. I know y'all can't notice it, but I definitely notice it. Smiling with my teeth, you know, sometimes sneezing. I still am very worrisome. I don't want to sneeze too hard, but everything is a process, girl. So the boobs were definitely poking. I still had a lot of swelling. I was wearing leggings. So I was trying to, like, you know, keep everything together, but I was definitely bloated. The next day, I took off the drip pad entirely. I wasn't too happy with my results. I mean, at that time, and I know it's only like 5 days post-op at this point, but I was like, if my nose looks like this, I'm gonna cry. And it's very important that you guys actually focus on mental health. Like, know this, once you guys get plastic surgery, especially if you get something done to your face, you can't go back to the old nose. So you've got to learn self-love and look at yourself every day and just know that, you know, everything's a process and that you love yourself. It's very important to say positive things, because I definitely know at this time I was like, I hate my nose. My doctor messed up. It's a botched job, but you know, it's not a botched job because none of my nostrils have collapsed. I can breathe fine. My nose is looking better every single day, even with the swelling that I have today. I'm already in love with my results, so I can't wait to see in a couple months how everything's looking. So far so good. I was taking my medications like I was supposed to. I was eating pretty well. Me and my friend even went out and got dinner one of those nights, even with my cast on my nose. Yes, people kind of look around, look at you, but you know, that's just life, you know? Nothing crazy. I definitely had enough energy to put on some clothes and go grab some food. Wow, 1 week post-op, they got to remove my stitches from the front of my nose as well as take off my cast, and just look how swollen it is. I mean, I didn't have much of a little swoopy, dippy thing that was going on at that time, but I was actually pretty happy with it even then. 1 week post-op, as soon as they took off the cast, I was like, I don't want to look at this, I'm gonna hate it. And then when I saw the bridge of my nose, I was so relieved. I have the best doctor ever, period. Follow him on Instagram, guys, dr.altman. And let me tell you guys, the next day, as you guys can see, I have this adhesive tape over my nose. It turns out I actually have a really bad allergy to adhesive tape. And I'm gonna show you guys something. So if you guys get sick stomachs, please look away at these images. But I had adhesive tape on my breasts, and look at those hives. These hives, and then look at the blisters that formed on my nose. Guys, make sure that you are not allergic to adhesive tape, because that thing will mess you up. I was messed up for a few days. I called my doctor super frantic, and he was so good about getting stuff over to my pharmacy immediately. I was able to kind of take like this steroid antibiotic thing to help everything go down. And then from there on out, I just had to do pressure exercises on my nose just to make sure that the skin was forming to the cartilage. So no more taping for me after like 2 weeks post-op, which was, you know, I was scared. I was like, I really hope this doesn't, you know, affect my results too much, but things turned out good, I think, you know. So after that, you know, after like about 10 days being down in Miami, I flew back home. My doctor cleared me. We had like a 1-week post-op. Things were going good, you know, until I got home and had that little allergic reaction. But since then, I've only gotten progressively better. So I guess around 3 weeks, I still had low energy. I even tried to make a video for you guys, like a 3-week update, and I was so out of energy just putting on makeup and washing my hair. It was crazy. Like, you just want to relax, ice every single day, still keep up with your exercises, but just know that it's kind of a slow progression. Now that I'm at 6 weeks, I did start back in the gym and I feel very, very good. My first day back, I did legs, and leg day went really well. So I'm yet to work on my chest yet, but we're gonna get there. Okay, and I think that so far my results are coming out really beautifully, and I want to talk to you guys about something. I think this is probably the most important part of the video yet, but let's talk about mental health, because nobody talks to you guys about that before you get a surgery or even after it. And I know myself, I have a lot of anxiety, and that was just something that I wish someone would have explained to me before and helped me out with. So let's get into that. So I want to start off by saying that you guys are all amazing. I appreciate the ones who come onto this video and support me. If you guys have any type of questions, please comment down below. Email me, whatever you guys need to do. I don't even mind if you guys want to reach out to my Instagram. I'm very, very good at getting back to people, even though I haven't posted in a little over 6 months. I always check comments every other day. I want to be here to support you guys, because mentally, it definitely took a toll on me the first couple of weeks. I was just like in this huge turmoil thing, because some people are going to respond positively. Like, if you know, the people who love and support you really support you in your life, they're going to. But you've also got those people who are toxic and negative, and that can get in your head, especially when you're at a very vulnerable point, which is, you know, following your surgery, and even leading up to your surgery can be extremely nerve-wracking. But I want to come here to tell you guys, if you guys have done your research, found the best doctor that you can find, have a loving either family or friends or someone who cares about you, you can do it. I promise you guys, you can do it. You know, this is something that you've obviously thought into for a very long time, and if it's something that you want for yourself, then by all means,
just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it!
But I really want you guys to be patient with yourselves. Know that results are not instant. I didn't know that. I thought, you know, I just woke up and, hey, it's my new titty birthday, my new nose birthday, and I'm gonna be on my way to Hollywood tomorrow. But it's not like that. You guys are gonna go through phases. Your body's gonna heal. Everyone's gonna heal a little bit different. You know, one day this nostril might be like super swollen, you know? One day this boobie might be super swollen, you know? Things change, they alter. Be patient and say kind things to yourself every single day. And if you guys need any support, I'll be down in the comments to tell you guys that I care about you guys. You guys are strong-willed. You guys are very brave to go in and get a cosmetic procedure. Some people, you know, they can get a little negative. So I know I'm gonna get some negative remarks under here, but it doesn't bother me at all, because I feel like I've helped educate you guys in some way, and if I can help one person out, then that makes me feel good. Because I've seen some of the horror stories online. Your doctor has your best interests at hand. You know, your family and friends should have your best interests at hand. If they don't, then maybe you know that you need to reevaluate some of those relationships, but it's nothing crazy. I can show you guys my before and afters at the end of this video. It's nothing that is completely life-altering, because no matter what surgery that you guys get on the outside, you're always going to be that same person on the inside. You can't pay and change that. So don't let anybody get you guys down. You guys are beautiful and amazing, and I really hope that I helped you guys with anything during this video. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel, and let me know what you guys thought about it. I'm absolutely loving every single second of it and this crazy recovery process, but okay, that's all for now, guys. I love you guys. Bye.